Kyle Rittenhouse. Wow. What a story that this has become. What a reaction from the American people about this story. It is ridiculous. I don't want to do political stuff a lot on this channel. I'm the creepy crawly. I do like outdoorsy stuff. I like to do competitive shooting. I like to do fishing. I like to do camping, stuff like that. I don't get super into politics. Recently, I've been injured and I haven't really been going to work, so I've had a lot more time to kind of be sitting at home and seeing this stuff on the news and on social media while I'm recuperating and following current events a little bit closer. And wow, I gotta chime in on this. All right. So first off, I'm pro-gun. I always have been. I am pro-Second Amendment. I am pro-militias to stand for liberty in the fight against tyranny. I am pro-Constitution. Always have been, okay? I support local business, which are gun stores. I carry for self-defense because I believe I have the right to not be a victim, and I believe I have the right to protect anybody who's near me. If they are in my party, if they are in my perimeter, I have the right to protect them if they need it, and myself, and my family, okay? So, to get that off the board right away, because I know I'm going to be attacked for some of the things I'm saying in this video, because I've been being attacked on Facebook. I do carry all the time. It's my thing. I dig it, baby, as Austin Powers would say. I am pro-gun. I'm pro-AR-15. I'm not against ARs whatsoever, okay? I do 3 gun competitions. I've been training for them for a long time. I have a custom-built AR-15. Built it just for competition, okay? Here's a picture of me. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Here's a picture of me shooting an AR, okay? And shooting guns. Now, that being said, I don't want anyone attacking me saying I'm a liberal, saying I'm a Democrat, assuming my political stance. I'm so over that. People just keep getting so aggressive and being in your face about it because you have a differing opinion. This is about Kyle Rittenhouse. This is about his actions, and this is the truth behind Kyle Rittenhouse. Okay? I'm going to read some of this quoting word for word, and you can question any of this. Okay? This will be edited because I'm doing this in one take. But I'm going to pull up right here. So, ABC News. The 17-year-old from Antioch, Illinois requested to waive his presence at an extradition hearing. His lawyer, however, did not waive the extradition to Wisconsin request during the short virtual court proceeding Friday morning, but asked for more time. So, Kyle Rittenhouse is currently in the middle of due process, okay, through the court system. He's currently going through this judicial system. What he did was he traveled from Illinois across state lines into Wisconsin, where they were having protests for an individual who was a victim to police violence and another police shooting. Another one. Okay? I don't want to be attacked on that either. I'm not saying that with an attitude. I'm just saying it happened. And there's another riot. Okay? There's another protest. So, he's 17 years old. He's already done something wrong in the first place. Number one, at 17 years old, you're not allowed to legally look at pornographic images to masturbate at 17 years old. Okay? He is not allowed to have a weapon unsupervised without adult supervision. He's just not allowed. He's a minor. Okay? So he's already done something wrong. Number two, he's taken that weapon, which is not a high FPS, feet per second airsoft gun. It's not an air rifle. It's not even a .22. This is a very exceptionally well-made rifle, and it does an exceptional job at being what it is. It's a gun. 30-round magazine of what I believe to be in the video was 5.56 caliber. It did not sound like 308. I'm pretty sure it was 5.56, which is incredibly high velocity, high force of impact. Okay? It will shred through meat. I'm trying to keep it from being vulgar, but it will shred through metal. It'll shred through meat. It's very good at what it does. Okay? I compete with them. I know what they do. I've seen what they do. Okay? So, he's going that route. Number 3, he's not even old enough to probably be out of high school or drive himself to Wisconsin. He's having, I believe the article said, I'm going to pull it out of context. I believe his mom drove him and dropped him off with some other people that he was claiming were militiamen also. Or whatever. Now I'm going to pull a picture up here. There's another picture here of Kyle Rittenhouse. Look at how he's dressed. Look at how he's armed. And then look at the guy in front of him. There's a significant difference here. There's a grown man who understands consequence and ramifications, who also did not shoot anybody. And then there's a 17-year-old child, essentially. He's a kid. He's a minor. Okay? And then look at him. Apples and oranges. They're both trying to do the same thing, but obviously different, right? And we're going to go to the next point, that he went to this protest and he shot 3 people. 2 of them he killed. 1 of them is wounded. And the problem that is happening, and I find ridiculous, is the fact that we have a 17-year-old radicalized youth who's armed with an AR-15 and a Caucasian male who is doing these things because he's so radicalized that he thinks it's literally his civil duty to go do this. At 17, you don't own property. At 17, you don't own assets. And at 17, let's get real. No, you don't know anything about the real world. You don't know anything. He's never financed something. He's never done anything yet. He's too young. But he thinks he's doing something by doing this, okay? So he goes and does this. And then he gets attacked by these people because they're trying to stop him. He discharged his rifle, and they try to chase him down and disarm him. While they're trying to do that, he shoots more of them because they're trying to disarm him. People are trying to justify this by bringing up the criminal records of the people that they shot. Okay? And they're trying to justify this as self-defense. They're trying to praise this kid as some kind of hero, and that it was self-defense. And he's a hero. This is astoundingly absurd to me. I don't understand how the American people in 2020 will stand there and tell you that they are supporting and agreeing with a radicalized teenager armed with an assault rifle. Okay? Since when do Americans protect and support radicals, extremists, murderers, and domestic terrorists? This is ridiculous. So basically what's going on now is there's this new movement going on that's like bring justice for Kyle Rittenhouse, which is just absurd. The whole thing's ridiculous. Okay. But there's people out there who are doing this. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not trying to call you names. I'm not going to sit here and say, call you names. But if you're in that opinion range group, you're also a radical extremist for supporting this. That's not good. Now, the only civil service that Kyle Rittenhouse did when he did this was he's outing and bringing to the surface all of the people who are absurdly ignorant, extreme radicals, and support this kind of behavior. So that's the only good thing that's happened. Okay? And like I said, he is underaged, extremely radical, obviously dangerous, and he seemed like a nice kid. I'm going to bring up this picture here. He was helping cleaning up graffiti. That's a really nice thing to do to the community. He was trying to clean up the graffiti. He was trying to care about the community. There was information that came out about him trying to, what was he? He was in some kind of youth program as a police cadet. He had interest in protecting the community. He had so much interest in protecting the community that he went to someone else's community and shot people. I'm pro-gun. I have an AR-15. Okay, I compete with it. He used an AR-15 to shoot these people, which is making my fight to keep my AR-15 harder and more difficult. You're making my life harder. Thank you. Sarcastically. You're making my life harder to keep my guns. So you're making AR-15s look bad, which have been made looking bad for years now. It's been an ongoing fight, and you added to it. Number two, you're a white Caucasian male shooting people with guns. You are making white gun owners, once again, look bad. You're making us look like stereotypical hillbillies shooting up everything. Okay? You're making us look bad. And third, you are making the police look bad. You are on social media. I'm not going to put anything from his social media on there. I'm not going to invade him like that, his privacy. I don't believe in that. But you can look it up yourself. Other people are doing it. Other news reports are putting this information out because they don't care about your rights and privacy. I do. I'm not going to put it in this video, but you can put it up. You can find it on your own. It's real easy. Him in social media is stating all of this Blue Lives Matter, back the blue, support the police. For heaven's sakes, kid, you were in a cadet program wanting to be a cop. When you go shoot people, you're making police look bad. Because police are having a lot of negative publicity right now because of shootings. Every time a police officer pulls his gun, guess what? A city's burning right now. There's riots happening. You're making the police look bad when you did this. So you're making white gun owners look bad. You're making black tactical guns look bad. You're making black painted firearms look bad. You're making the police look bad. And you're making the radical right wing look bad. I don't condone anything that you did. You were not performing a civil service. This is the truth, and this is the reality of what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse. Supporting him is ridiculous. He was hunting people. He deserves to go to trial. He deserves the charges that hopefully he gets that are reasonable for his actions. I'm going to get a lot of hate on this video. I know it. But I cannot support a radical child. And then some guy on social media was trying to argue with his point where, the police are being charged with all of these things, and police are being defunded, and all of these threats are coming towards the police. So the civilians are going to start policing their communities, and you're going to see this more often. What drugs do you think this man is on, or mental stability do you think this man has, that he thinks it's okay to be policed and dictated by a 17-year-old child? This was a grown man twice my age. It's absurd. People are arguing this case with absurd facts. I'm sorry, not facts. That's ridiculous to even call them facts. They're absurd opinions and feelings. And they're radical opinions. Like, you think it's okay to be policed by a 17-year-old child? What does he know of the world? What does he know of social situations? Nothing. He's too young. I'm not even saying I'm capable of it. He's not. Why would I expect him to be? The entire scenario was ridiculous. The entire situation is just beyond agreeable. Like, I can't understand why people agree. And like I said, I'm pro-gun, man. Or woman. Whatever. Whoever's watching this. I'm not trying to specific anything. I'm pro-gun. Pro-Second Amendment. I like the idea of the 3%ers. I like the idea of real militias existing. And this kid threw all of those militias under the bus whenever he's a solo self-proclaimed general militia. Now the media is saying he had ties to militias. But they're not saying which ones. They just generalized all of them. Meanwhile, these militias are going and doing security and protection for police and political rallies and everything else. And they're actually willing to stand up and fight against tyrannical governments and support our freedoms and constitutions. You just made them look bad by what you did. And thank you for watching. I'm sorry if this was offensive. But this is just ridiculous. It had to be addressed. This is the truth about Kyle Rittenhouse.